Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Kurtzing here with a Great League battle video. It's the Holiday Cup edition. We've got Diggersby on the lead, Alolan Shadow Marowak, and Frostlass as the closer. I went with Diggersby on the lead to counter things like this, the Lantern. Obviously Surf is going to do super effective damage against the Diggersby. However, he's really thick and can take a Surf or two. Plus, the Scorching Sands, as you're going to see here in a second, are going to do a considerable amount of damage, over half health, so they switch out. Now this Vigoroth is a nuisance, and I am kind of weak to it, kind of difficult to deal with it properly. Anyways, I do farm up to the Hyper Beam here. Let's see if they decide to respect it, or will they take the beam to the face. They do not respect it. So that makes it really easy then to get rid of. I am able to let this move go through, and I still live. And at this point, I probably should have switched out into my Marowak and farmed him down, but that's all right. I managed to still Fire Spin down without taking a move. So here I get to a Bone Club. So this will do super effective damage. Unfortunately, it's not a very hard hitting move. So I switch out and catch the Surf on my Frostlass. Frostlass, by the way, is a rank 1 for Great League. So they switch into Jumpluff, and this is pretty much over. They gotta get really lucky or creative to beat me here in this scenario. I take their last shield, and what did they throw here? I think they went Energy Ball. I'm not 100% sure actually if that would have taken me out or not. I feel like I would have just lived. Anyways, I do commit the shield, farm up a little bit past one Avalanche, throw the Avalanche, take them out, and then I should be able to reach an Avalanche here against the Lantern, and that'll be a good game. Well played to my opponent. Thanks for tuning in and watching another video. Really appreciate it. I look forward to producing as many as I can over the coming days. I am off for some time over Christmas, and super excited about it. Hope everybody else has a good holiday if you do celebrate it. So here we got Marowak into Diggersby, and Diggersby is going to go for the Scorching Sands. That's going to do massive super effective damage. They let it go, or they decide to shield it. I was thinking if they let it go. I am able to get to another Scorching Sands. They are farming for days. They have to have a move by now. They shield again, and then they decide to switch out. I'm slow here again. Should have switched immediately into my own Frostlass, and as you can see there, probably actually would have got the Avalanche before they got to a move, and would have been able to take them out and save my shield, because there I'm at an Avalanche. I didn't throw because I knew if I threw right away, then they would just bring me back in their Marowak. So I should, like I say, better way to play it would have been to switch right away and farm up to 2 Avalanches, committing the shield, like giving up 1 shield, but have a Shadow Ball ready for the Marowak when it comes back in. But they do go for the bait of the Bone Club, and I'm gonna double call the Bone Club, and sure enough they throw Bone Club again. So I just live. Honestly, should have just thrown the Avalanche there. I thought I would get to the Shadow Ball. So I bring Diggersby back in here, go for the Scorching Sands. As we saw in the first battle, that does just about half health. Get to another one. They do win CMP here, so I'm going to respect the Surf and shield it up. So get to the Scorching Sands here, and this should be almost taking out the Lantern. It does take him out. So there you can see two Scorching Sands with a little bit of mud shot damage. Takes care of a Lantern. And here I unfortunately get taken. Oh no, I don't quite get taken out, and then again I messed up. I should have thrown the Bone Club, but that's okay. I should be able to get to Scorching Sands. I do not. But that's okay. I'll live the Bone Club, right? Yes, I lived the Bone Club. So multiple misplays on that particular battle there, I feel. But I did manage to squeak out the win anyways, so well played to my opponent. Talonflame lead, not the greatest. You would think the Scorching Sands would be super effective with the fire typing, but as you can see there, the mud shots are not very effective. Scorching Sands would still probably do a decent amount, I would like to assume. So they go for a flame charge. I let that go through. Now I'm going to go straight for the beam. See if they shield it. They let it go, so they do not respect the beam yet again. That does massive damage to the Talonflame. So I'm going to shield up this flame charge here, and they actually give up switch. So I, again, a little bit slow in switching here. These battles were done fairly early this morning. Apparently I was still half asleep. So I do call the Sludge Bomb there, and then I tapped on the Bone Club, but they are able to either win CMP or they were throwing first. I do live the Frenzy though, and at that point my Bone Club didn't even register, so I just farmed down. Now I gotta be careful here though, because I do have 2 Bone Clubs, but I'm probably only going to get 1 move because that Spark, I believe, is going to take me out. So I do go for the Bone Club or the Shadow Bone, harder hitting move. They shielded it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But as you can see, I was taken out, so I wouldn't have gotten to the next one. So I bring in my Frostlass here, and I'm gonna let the first Surf go through, but it's a Thunderbolt, so that does a lot more damage than the Surf would have. So I'm gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball. Probably should have done Avalanche as the bait. They do shield it, so it would have just saved me a little bit more energy. I'm able to shield this up though, and then I don't remember, do I have a move? Yes, I have a move on my Diggersby. So here I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball. This will do quite a bit of damage. Won't take them out though. And I want to try to switch here, but I was worried that if I switched, then they would counter switch as I threw. So I decided to stay in, let them take me out. I actually have almost 2 Scorching Sands. And remember, they do still have a Talonflame in the back. I do need to be respectful of that. But 1 more Mud Shot and I have the next Scorching Sands, which is going to take care of that Talonflame. So that's another good game there. Well played to my opponent. Overall, this team is actually quite a bit of fun to play. I've only done 5 battles with it. I went 4-1. I figured I'd make a quick video on it. I feel like the Holiday Cup is going to be over here relatively soon. Don't quote me on that. I have not looked. I just saw somebody else, another YouTuber, put out an Ultra League team, so I'm guessing that Ultra League is coming fairly soon here. So they shield up the Hyper Beam there. And here, it doesn't really matter what they throw, Poison or Shadow Ball. I resist all of it, so I let that Poison Sting go through. Or Poison Fang, sorry. They switch into a Stun Fist. So I am going to throw the Scorching Sands right away. That does almost half health. Switch into my Frostlass. And I was debating on whether or not I should just farm all the way down aggressively, or if I should throw energy here. The Mud Bomb kind of did a little bit more damage than I thought it would, so I'm going to respect this one and throw up a shield. So shield that up, and now at this point I'm just going to farm down. I've committed a shield, no point in throwing energy at that point. And then they bring back in the Golbat, so I do throw the Avalanche at that, which is super effective, would take it out right away. So they respect it, shield it up, and they switch into a Graveler, which I'm like, oh, okay, well that's fine. Avalanche still hits super hard, it'll do a decent chunk, which it does. Then I switch back into my Diggersby here, and I kind of wanted to just farm down, but I felt like they were going to throw any second there, and I wasn't sure what they had. So I figured my safe play would be just to simply throw and get rid of it. So here again, Poison Fang is not going to take me out. So I let them throw, keep my shield. I do reach Scorching Sands, which is very nice for me. Any little amount of chip damage, maybe lower their attack. Did I get the attack lower? No, I did not. So I bring back in Frostlass. Now this is getting a little bit sketchy, because if they happen to have 2 moves loaded here and I shield the Poison Fang and then they had a Shadow Ball ready, then it would be pretty dicey. I would still have Marowak. And there I get to the Avalanche and take them out. So, good game. Well played to my opponent. I do believe this is the last match, and I believe this is the one that I lost. So Skarmory into Diggersby. Not the best matchup. They bring in Diggersby, so I'm going to go straight for the Hyper Beam. I'm actually not sure. I haven't really played Diggersby much with the Scorching Sands, but I mean, Hyper Beam did half health, so I don't think Scorching Sands would have done any better. So I switch into Frostlass, and sure enough, they do have Fire Punch. And because I let them farm up so much, they've got a ton of Fire Punches now. So I do commit a shield on this the second Fire Punch. And I want to farm all the way down here, but I know they're going to get to another Fire Punch, so I want to either grab a shield or take them out. So they decide to shield, and I get another Powder Snow through. So this Fire Punch won't quite take me out, but I don't want to let the Skarmory have too much farm. So I do decide to let that Fire Punch go. And then I'm able to throw this Avalanche at the Skarmory, which takes it down to about half health. And now I am calling a Sky Attack, and they throw the Brave Bird. That might have been where I lost the game, because I would have had way more health still on Marowak and energy. So they go for the Body Slam there, throw the Scorching Sands, and Vigoroth is just ridiculously difficult to deal with now with having the Rock Slide, because it gets to move so fast, it has to counter, and it's resistant to so much Ghost, right? So this team is very tricky for that particular Pokemon anyways. So there, they just outpace me a little bit. They get to the next Body Slam before I'm able to throw the Scorching Sands. And then I can't really throw Shadow Bone like I can, but it's not going to do anything. So I go for Bone Club, which still isn't going to take them out. And they get to another move right there. So that's a good game for them. Well played to my opponent. And that's the final battle. So as you can see, I'm still fairly lowly ranked, but that's okay. I'm taking my time. I am going to do more battles now that I'm off. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.